Hey guys, here playing as Cerebral Imaging, gonna do some Vanity Project combo up against Wizard, which is gonna be interesting. We'll see if he has any interesting tech for the matchup. Like, typical Wizards can't really pressure the HQ effectively, but you could play stuff like Vamp, or you could play Nerve Agent. I mean, there's a lot of cards that could theoretically hurt Cerebral Imaging, like Archived Interface would be another one that would be quite annoying. So, ooh, good start. Turn on Wild Side. Not getting too much here. Let's try going to 5 is kind of lame. Let's not do that. We'll play our Restructure next turn. The R&D in this deck is pretty solid, especially with the Vanity already in our hands. Only 2 more Vanities in the R&D. Okay, now we got 15 bucks. Tons of money. So the hand management with this kind of deck is pretty important. We need to get this Interns out of our hand eventually. We need to get the Shipment ideally out of our hand. Here we go. So additional card from HQ. That's a really nice little zero cost HQ interface. I think that's a neat idea. I quite like that. So the Turing can go up. That will be annoying for Faust. Make him Parasite it. Let's play that. And now if he kills a Jackson, we can Interns it back and make him kill it again. And this eats one of his clicks, so. You can use the Interns to play an ice way to the outside. Like, we might want to double Turing on the HQ depending what we draw. Yeah, I'll bring the Jackson back. We could put a little something out for him. Let's make him get his David, which otherwise he won't need at all. If he doesn't come address it, we get to draw 6 next turn, which is a pretty great little boost for our speed. Yeah, let's get him out of here. So we got a lot of econ in the deck. We need to draw money soon. 3 hedge funds, a couple more restructures, all the blue levels. Thinking this next turn of Jackson draw will find us money cards we can use. Oh, not yet. Really not yet. Okay, that's good. Reclamation we can use for money if we can get multiple copies of the same card. It's not really worth it for the green level. You end up paying 4 clicks to net, I guess, 2 from each one. You net $4, $3. You net $3 in a couple cards. That seems kind of slow and gross to me. So I guess we'll just keep looking, right? There's the money. So we'll dump our shipment. We'll dump the reclamation. Dump our other shipment. And now we got some money cards. Probably the... Well, the Viper and the Victor are about the same value. Maybe the Victor's a little better. But yeah, this neutralize all threats. We'll see how this works out because I'm quite stoked for him to do some work with this. It's definitely a card that he could, if he could find a way to get in here repeatedly, would do a ton of damage. So now he's got to start worrying about us comboing out. I'll zoom in a little bit better so we can see the hand. I wish you could resize this, but maybe someday they'll get that implemented. Data sucker. Yeah. Can lay down a Quandary in the Archives. No, it's just money up, I think. Big turn's coming soon. I want to be able to res a decent amount of ice so we cannot get a ton of runs on the HQ. We can allow the R&D runs, but I want to get this Victor online and still have money to combo through anything you might have. I don't see a Clot, so we're probably okay for Clot. I've been forgetting to take this back the last couple turns. My bad. It's just not automated and I never remember to do it. Get out of my HQ. Do you think he has like a Yogg or something? Probably not, right? So I've got more Jacksons to draw, which will be good. Yeah, he's gonna slowly kill this. Not really gonna cut it. I'm gonna bring this back. Shaman that we don't really want, but it's okay to have one in hand. Uh, 26 credits. So this is fine. Let's crack one more money card to make sure we have an abundance of money. Maybe he's thinking about a big vamp. So we have more money than him. We're happy. Yeah, so this is the wrong play by him. Once there's 6 cards left, you got to start making a plan because we can not power shut down. This is a combo that doesn't happen too often, so I'm going to go through it in detail, explain what's going on. So you can't power shut down normally because they didn't run, right? When there's 3 cards, you can just play Diagnostics from your hand and it will take the top 3 cards and just strip them off. Then you can go about your combo. So let's do that. We'll play a Biotic. We'll fire off a Shimp from Miramorph. This gets our Jackson into play. This gets food we need. And this gets a Vanity we need. So now instead of playing Power Shutdown, what we're going to do is just play Diagnostics. And if there happen to be any cards that we wanted in this pile, we get to play them. In this case, we get a free hedge fund. And that's all that does. So the rest of them just get trashed. Sometimes you could get some nice combo pieces for free that way. Then we can just go on to the main part of the combo. So we're going to get our Reclamation Order for the other Diagnostics. We're going to get a Interns for the 3rd Jackson. We need a Shipment. Should do to start. Bring back our Jackson, and we'll start shipping onto this. Get back the prompt ordering is a bit confusing, but there we go. Put that back into server, and we'll just So actually we've got all our Jacksons out now, so we can just do shipment, biotic. Like at this point we have so many extra cards that there's a lot of flexibility in how you do this. And the only thing we don't have going for us is that we have one of our shipments in our hand, so that limits your ability to play 3 shipments at a time, but 2 at a time is going to get there. So shipment, and whatever. We could say we would interns here. We would be able to play the interns if we need to Cyberdex. So let's say for the sake of discussion we needed a Cyberdex. And then you could advance, you can purge. So there you have it. Had there been like say a sacrificial construct, we could have beaten that as well by playing more biotics, and then you can fetch your you can fetch the CVS again. With enough money in biotics, you can do pretty much anything you need to do. So it's too bad he didn't manage to leverage this. His Parasite was kind of slow, I guess. If he'd found Parasite earlier, maybe it would have helped him to get in here. I think he took too much money. That's something that people often will do when they're playing in this kind of race. They will take a ton of money when really they only need like maybe $8 to $10 to make their plan happen. Like, especially when his breaker is Faust, he doesn't need it, right? He can be poking for accesses early on without spending money, and then later on he can just play a Parasite here and there without spending money. But having 3 Turings in the deck really helps us. We got a lot of extra draws off the Jackson, and we got to block up our HQ against his multi-access. This is an interesting card. 3 influence is pretty steep. I guess he would have cut one of his clone chips, which is fine, I think. The clone chip is nice to have. It's not a must-have. This gets you like usually a Parasite out of nowhere. Like after he killed this one, you could have come in with another Parasite on the second Turing. I thought he might have tried something like that, like to charge up sucker tokens here, but I think we had enough money he was scared to run. So that's it. Deck is pretty strong. When you draw your points early, you know where the other ones are, and that helps you defend the right server. As soon as we had 2 Vanities in our hand, from that point you know that there's not much in the R&D for him. So this medium threat was not too scary for us. It's hard for him to actually win that way. Like as a runner, I think he did a decent job setting up, but you have to make your thing go before this R&D gets low enough to play diagnostics. So you can catch people out with that if they don't expect that you can use this just to burn the top cards of your deck. Thanks for watching.